Farmacy, and a song called Sinister. I do believe we're gonna be hearing some metal now. Well, let there be no ambiguity about it. That was indeed metal. Sorry. Out of Idaho, USA. That was Farmacy with a song called Sinister. Man, it was great to hear some of those early Pantera, well, Cowboys from Hell era Pantera vibes. And the groove there, you know, and cowbell. Can't have too much cowbell in metal. That Farmacy are fronted by Holly Armijo, or Armijo, sorry, the pronunciation is what it is. So, killer vocals. What pipes, you know, very sort of that's what you gotta have. You gotta have conviction, and you gotta have a great set of lungs to belt that stuff out. It's hard, and she does a great job. Loved it, absolutely loved the singing, and I would want to single out the way the verse was constructed. That was unique, almost like a single, like each instrument and the vocals all doing the same thing in unison, rather than like doing something more complicated and complex there. I really sort of stopped to listen there. What the hell are they doing? Are you allowed to do that in metal? Sort of, pick a single theme and then just everybody does. I don't know if I'm making any sense here, but I very much liked it. And indeed, it was a profound change of pace for the show. I could do with some more metal on the Jeff Vicario show. There hasn't been too much of that. So clearly, if any metal bands are out there listening, as well as the Demonic Hour, you can send me anything. I'll play it. Doesn't matter. I love me some black metal. I love me some tech death. I mean, there's got to be a band out there that wants to be featured alongside all these synthwave artists and all this eclectic mix of great music that is the hallmark, I hope, of the Jeff Vicario show. Now next, Sweden. Are we actually going to skip Wales this time? That would be a first. Maybe I'm going to have to do a quick edit. Well, I'm sure somebody at least has, cousins in Wales, so, doesn't really matter. Anyway, on to Sweden, and we're going to be listening to the latest song from an artist called The Fleurs. This song is called She's Breaking, and it is awesome. Trust me. Just listen to it right now on SLE Radio. the Fleurs with She's Breaking. By far, one, if not the best song released in 2020 so far. That's art. Just from, I mean, obviously the vocals are they are the song. You know, they're both haunting and haunted. It's so scary almost. It's like the images that kept popping in my head when I listened to that were not pleasant. And that is great. I mean, if you can, out of such seemingly simple ingredients, you can create something that's so monstrously sort of evocative of something really scary and horrible inside you, then that's something. Not everybody can do that. Yes, out of Sweden, that was the Fleurs. Loved it. I cannot speak highly enough of that song. I mean, I heard them the first time. The last song was called, I think it was called Fire or On Fire. I forget, but I mean, that song was great. And then She's Breaking came out, and the first time I heard it was like, ooh, what is this? How do you groove to this piece of music? And the answer, obviously, is that you don't. You wallow in it. You surrender yourself to it. And just let it completely take you over until you just gotta go back and listen to it again. And wonder, where on earth does that voice come from? Thank you, the Fleurs. Thank you for sending me your music, allowing me to play it. Very honored. Indeed, one of my favorite songs of 2020 by far, maybe, if not my all-time favorite song of this year, during which I've been making the show, which features some great music and an incredibly annoying abundance of talk that makes very little sense. I'm adjusting my DAW again because we're about to hear some more music. That's why we're here. Well, that's why I'm here, and the both of you are there, wherever you are. Some guitar, instrumental music now from Lukas Michalski. I hope I pronounced it right because I don't know. The song is called The First Time I Saw Your... No. Well, let's play that. Yeah, I mix my songs, but it doesn't matter. Let's listen to Lukas now. And I wasn't going to play that, but indeed, I am going to play that. That's how it is on the Jeff Vicario show. A Bridge to Cross is the name of the song. Lukas Michalski there, or Michalski, with the song called Bridge to Cross. Well, that was an interesting mix of loud guitars and various electronic elements and little, like, neat little details like the percussion and sort of flute sounds and the electronic piano there, kind of like a Rhodes piano. I liked it very much. It had... I kept picturing some sort of like a in my visual field there was like this, like, I don't know, I've never been to the moors of England, but that's kind of what I visualized. Or maybe like the mountains in Scotland or whatever, you know. It's like a modern day, what was that stupid movie with Mel Gibson? Braveheart. No, the better one. No, that didn't have Mel Gibson. The one, you know, the one that Queen did the soundtrack for. Highlander, yeah. It's like a modern take on Highlander. That was what I was kind of envisioning there. Very nice music. Not too much electronic. Not too much instrumental guitar music on this show. I always like listening to that stuff. Not like a full album of it, but a song here and there is really nice. And there was some actual, like, why do I keep, like, just being on the cusp of sounding insulting today? Because that's the last thing I want to do. It was a beautiful piece of music, and I keep trying to... My mind keeps trying to insert words that are clearly inappropriate. Oh, the Jeff Vicario show on SLE Radio, where you never know what the hell he's going to say about your music. But send it anyway. I haven't plugged my email. It's jeffvicarioshow@gmail.com. I might even answer. I can't promise, but I might. No, seriously. I do go over my emails every couple of weeks, from the ground up, from the first to the latest, and I try to make sure I've answered each and every one, but I do get so many of them that, you know, if I haven't answered you, send me another email, in case you happen to be listening to this. Lukas Michalski with a song called Bridge to Cross. Great Highlander-esque guitar instrumental music, and that's probably nowhere near what he was thinking when he put that song together, but that's what you get when you send me your songs. I might just say something really odd. Now, let's listen to the song that I was actually supposed to play as you know, in place of that of Bridge to Cross. The song is called "The First Time I Saw Your Face." This is a song by this is a song. I'm starting to come up with new words here. This is a song by my god damn it, a song by James Reid. Let's listen to it, and I'm going to try to compose myself a little bit so that I can say something coherent. I think this is the first use of the word coherent on this show. You're going places, Jeff.
Your face
Now, what's wrong with being over-the-top romantic? Absolutely nothing. I mean, I can be as cynical and sarcastic as anyone, but when presented with a song like that, all that sort of negative emotion just sort of melts away. And oh man, that was James Reid with a song called The First Time I Saw Your Face. You just gotta hand it to the guy. He has a great voice, and he has the guts to sing a goddamn love song in this day and age. It was so great. I mean, it's just proudly flying the flag for all sort of classic ballads of all time. You know, well written too. None of the sort of bloated horribleness of. Well, I could name a number of songs where it's not about the song, it's about making sure everybody knows what a badass singer you are. But James Reid just sings his heart out, and with ease, I might add. From northwest of England, a great voice for our ages, or any age, really timeless kind of music there, and at the heart of it, just a very beautiful, well-constructed song. I don't know who wrote it. If James is also indeed the writer, then even more props to him. But even if, whoever is behind the production side of that and everything, I don't know, but it really doesn't matter. It's really great to hear all these different types of music on the show. I gotta say, for me personally, this is why I do it, really. I mean, there are certain sort of styles of music that sort of naturally, or artists that sort of naturally gravitate towards the show, I suppose. I mean, there's a strong, especially this time around, there's been so many sort of fully electronic artists, but you get these, like the week before, and there was that great song from that Greg Blackman song, he sang it, and this was kind of in a similar style, where it's just a classic pop ballad type deal, You can never have too many of them. Well, you can have too much of everything or anything. I mean, that goes without saying. But that was just beautiful. That's what I'm going to say about it. The next artist on the Vicario show, I have to present with an apology because Rick Pisano sent me his music like the first week. I put out a tweet saying, hey, you want to be on the show? So we're talking May, probably. And then first I forgot, then something happened, and then something else happened. But it's here now. We're going to hear a song from Rick Pisano. This is called A Change to Love. In keeping with the theme of love and romance on this show. This is a good song. Let's listen to it now. Yeah, I forgot the apology. Sorry, Rick. I meant to play it earlier, but it's here now.
See the people gather with their signs above their heads. We live in times of trouble where there's danger everywhere. You know that things have got to change before we tear each other down. We got to make it right so our children can live proud. A change to love is in the air. I could see it coming, but all the people need to care. A change to love is in the air. The Lord knows it's got to happen everywhere. Watch the evening news, see the cruelty in this world. If I didn't know any better, I think it's hell right here on earth. You know that things have got to change before we tear each other down. We got to make it right so our children can live proud. A change to love is in the air. I can see it coming, but all the people need to care. A change to love is in the air. But Lord knows it's got to happen everywhere. Love is our hope, and our minds can conceive it. But only the heart is where you feel it, and then you believe it. A change to love is in the air. I can see it coming, but all the people need to care. A change to love is in the air. The Lord knows it's got to happen everywhere. A change to love is in the air. A change to love is in the air. A change to love is in the air.
Now, Rick Pisano there with a song called A Change to Love. Well, a little bit less of the romance side of things there. That was more like a modern protest song for a change to love, indeed love. Well, I would definitely be on the side of that protest movement for a more sort of positive outlook on life. Again, I can be as cynical and horrible in my views as anyone out there on a bad day. But it's kind of hard to agree, to disagree with when somebody is like putting out that sentiment out there that we should actually be a little bit more loving and a little bit less angry and miserable and horrible towards our fellow human beings. I enjoyed it immensely, especially the vocal style. It had that similar kind of vibe that's, I don't know. I always think of Scott Walker, who's one of my favorite singers from that bygone era where, you really threw your voice out there and kind of, pushed it a little bit over the edge even, a little bit, like there's the highest note and it just jumps ever so slightly above that note and creates a nice little different texture to the way. I'm just trying to sound as if I knew what the hell I was talking about. On the Jeff Vicario show on SLU Radio. Well, at least I'm in a better mood than last week, so that's something. I've got a couple more songs for you. You may recall, but I don't blame you if you don't, that on an early episode of this show, I mentioned that there is a style of music that I absolutely loathe, and that is ska. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't like the beat. I don't like the sort of... I don't know what it is that I don't like about it, but I just don't. So, now, what are we going to hear next? We're going to hear some ska from Bluebeat Shelter. This is from Germany. Oh, let me check that I am not... Well, I'm going to check it while the song plays. I think Bluebeat Shelter is an artist from Germany. If I'm wrong, I'm going to correct it. And I'm sure this is going to be great. The song is called Skankocillin. And I dare say, despite all my reservations regarding ska and reggae and things like that, I'm actually going to really enjoy this. But I haven't listened to it, First impressions, they count. Let's go now. Bluebeat Shelter with Skankocillin. Okay, Carl, you proved me wrong. That was a great song. That was Bluebeat Shelter. A song called Skankocillin. Okay, strong language alert on the Jeff Vicario show. Close your ears. I fucking loved it. That's what you get for you forming an opinion on ska because you heard Smash Mouth too much when you were a teenager or whatever, whenever the hell that annoying song came out. Yeah, that was. I don't even. I imagine that was a more sort of retro take on the sound of it. I mean, I love the beat, that sort of lo-fi sound of the beat, and great bass line. I think, is that like what's called a dub bass line? I don't even know. But I was in a good mood before, and now I'm in an even better mood. What's going to happen next? Damn it. Am I going to start requesting songs that are only in major keys? Because, this is a happy show now. Lovely music. Let's just, I've been listening to the wrong kind of ska and reggae there. Clearly, because that was good. And out of Germany, indeed, that was Bluebeat Shelter. And, thank you. Seriously, thank you. You proved me wrong, and I'm always happy to be proved wrong about a style of music that I've judged to be unlistenable. I should have known. I mean, if you want to hear some good ska or reggae or whatever, go to the indie side of the fence. You know what's a pet peeve of mine? Finnish reggae. Honestly, go listen to some Finnish reggae. It's the most annoying. Or Finnish rap, indeed. Despite knowing people who produce Finnish rap, and they're great guys, and they're real craftsmen. It's a real art, coming up with it with a really good beat and doing all that stuff, the production side of it. But god damn it, it's an annoying style of music. And Finnish reggae, that's just the worst. Can you imagine like a pasty-faced Skanko doing that? I don't know. But let's not talk about that. Bluebeat Shelter, Skankocillin, great song from a great artist, deserving of all your attention and love. This is the Jeff. Here is Zef. No, let's not do the German accent. That's dumb. Let's do a Finnish rally accent. This is how Finnish rally drivers talk when they are holding press conferences. Notice the very, very, very sort of clunky pronunciation of the songs, words, and then a hallmark of Finnish rally English is the total lack of any nuance, and it has to be very monotone. I realize that I am not monotone enough. But as always, these things are... 130%. The next song, however, and believe it or not, it's the second to last song. This is my job. This is the name of the song, and it's by an artist called The Days on Earth. Yeah, let's listen to it. I'm gonna try to calm down a little while we listen. This is my job. By now I forgot the name of the artist. The Days on Earth.
I could be bumming on the streets or watching the TV or standing in a welfare line getting lots of stuff for free. I would be cafe surfing, getting jacked up on caffeine. I should be making better use of my college degree, but this is my job. Oh my This is my job. Oh my God. This is my job. Oh my God. This is my job.
Yeah, John, if you could, go ahead and,
The days on Earth. This is my job, man. I've been reading bullshit jobs recently this past week or so, and I do believe this is the soundtrack to that book. Oh, but having said, despite the subject matter, I loved how sardonic the vocals are. I love it. But most of all, I love the guitar and bass work. That was like some really creative bass work there. You don't often hear that. I love that style of like really driving eighth note feel, but a creative use of different notes on this sort of rolling, constant walking bass style. But I don't know. It was a great song. I should probably listen to it again. I had forgotten how good that was. I don't even know why it's the last song on the show, but I'm kind of happy that it is because it was just on the right side of being like about in terms of the mood of it. You're kind of left wondering: is this optimistic? What is this? Maybe it's just realistic with just more than a little bit of cynicism, healthy cynicism thrown in. But man, what a great song! Thanks to the Days on Earth for sending that out and allowing me to play it. I loved it. I kept thinking this reminds me of something or someone, but I suspect it's just one of those things where it's a melting pot of all these different influences that you couldn't really put my finger on what the hell it was that I so loved about it. But I did. Thank you. This was indeed the last song of this show, second to last. I'm going to play the mandatory song I wrote as the last song, as I always do, so do feel free to tune out right about now, because that was it for the real content of the show. I don't even know why I showcase my own stuff here. I guess I do believe in the strength of it. I wouldn't do it otherwise if I thought it was crap. Anyway, the last song that we're going to listen to is actually from a recent Black Distortion EP that came out last Friday. And the EP is called Mind, after the title track. But this is the last song on the EP. It's called All Our Yesterdays, which I wrote back in December 2019 in about an hour. Just threw it together. It was a really rough, weird demo. And for this EP, I completely revamped it. All I kept of the original was actually were the vocal tracks, which when I listen to them now, they sound really technically bad, but that's because they were recorded. I sang into my earphones that I use for my phone, like these the dirt cheapest like earphones you can get, and then the microphone that comes with them. That's how those vocals were recorded, which explains why the S sounds are so grating and awful. But I couldn't bring myself to re-record the vocals because they sort of captured something of that particular moment in time. Everything else around them was bad, so that flew out the window. So yes, this song originally was like 3 minutes long. Now it's over 6. It's got all kinds of different things going on in it. I really like it. Really proud of the way it eventually came together. And yeah, this has been another Jeff Vicario show number 10, in fact. I will be back next week with some more great music. Be on the lookout for that one. But for now, it's bye from Jeff in Finland. I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing great too.
time when I will simply collapse under the weight of expectations. I cannot relax. This whole charade's taking its toll of your sanity. Though it perversely might appeal to my vanity, I'm not delusional. It's just that I'm obsessed. No middle ground, no consensus. All our yesterdays seem so far away, as if swallowed by a mist. All our yesterdays seem so far away, as if swallowed by a mist. All our yesterdays seem so far away, as if swallowed